So, you dream of traveling the world. That's great. But, what's stopping you on fulfilling your dream? Hi, in this video, I'll discuss the things that may be preventing you from traveling. Fortunately, there are many ways to solve it, and it is achievable. I'll focus on how to travel with a limited budget, and show ways to plan and organize your next travel. Let's start. There are many reasons why someone may not be able to travel the world. Some of the most common reasons include financial constraints. Traveling the world can be expensive, and many people may not have the financial means to do so. Time constraints. People may not have the time to travel the world due to work, family, or other obligations. Health issues. Some people may have health issues that prevent them from traveling or make it difficult for them to travel. Lack of travel documents. Some people may not have the necessary travel documents, such as a passport or visa, to travel to certain countries. Political instability. Some countries may be unsafe to travel to due to political instability or ongoing conflicts. Lack of planning. People may not have the knowledge or resources to plan a trip around the world. Fear of traveling. Some people may have a fear of traveling or may not feel comfortable traveling alone. Limited mobility. People with disabilities may find it difficult to travel the world due to limited mobility. Language barriers. People who do not speak the local language may find it difficult to navigate and communicate in a foreign country. Travel restrictions. Due to global pandemics or other reasons, governments may impose travel restrictions, making it impossible to travel certain places. Immigration and visa restrictions. Some countries have strict immigration and visa policies that make it difficult for certain individuals to enter. Natural disaster. Some places may be affected by natural disasters such as hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, etc., that make it difficult or impossible to travel. Travel bans. Some governments may impose travel bans on certain countries or regions due to health risks or other reasons, making it illegal to travel to those places. During the peak of COVID-19 pandemic, some countries have also implemented specific restrictions based on the origin of the traveler or the purpose of the travel. As an example, some countries such as the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, France, Australia, India, and Brazil have implemented travel bans on travelers from certain countries or regions, while other countries such as Japan, South Korea and New Zealand have implemented mandatory quarantine requirements for travelers. It is best to check the official government website of the country you plan to travel to for the latest information on travel restrictions and requirements. Additionally, check with your airline, travel agency, and embassy of the country you plan to visit for the most up-to-date information on travel restrictions and requirements. Traveling around the world can provide many benefits, both personal and professional. Traveling can be a great way to relax and de-stress. Whether you're exploring new places, trying new foods, or just soaking up the sun on a beach. Traveling can be an adventure. Whether you're backpacking through the wilderness, climbing a mountain, or exploring a new city. It can also be a great way to experience new things and create memories that will last a lifetime. Traveling can help you gain a new perspective on the world and yourself, and can open your eyes to new cultures, customs, and ways of living. It can also help you build self-confidence and independence. It can broaden your perspective and help you understand that there are many different ways to live and see the world. Traveling can give you the opportunity to reflect on your life and what you want out of it, and can help you discover new interests, passions, and goals. Traveling can be a great way to meet new people and build relationships, whether you're traveling with friends, family, or solo. Traveling can be an education in itself, as you learn about different cultures, history, and geography. It can also provide opportunities to learn new languages and skills. While traveling can present many challenges, such as language barriers, cultural differences, and unexpected situations, it can help you learn to adapt and problem solve in these situations can help you develop resilience and resourcefulness. Traveling can help you expand your professional network, gain new skills and knowledge, and give you a global perspective that can be valuable in the workplace. Overall, traveling can be a transformative experience that can help you grow as a person in many ways, by exposing you to new perspectives, building your self-confidence, and helping you learn about yourself and the world around you. Lack of planning can have a significant impact on your travel experience. Some of the things you need to avoid. Increased costs. For example, last-minute bookings and reservations can often be more expensive than if you had planned ahead. This can apply to transportation, accommodation, and activities. Avoid last-minute bookings and reservations by researching the cost of living in your destination. Make a list of the things and activities you would like to accomplish during your trip. You may be surprised that many of your planned activities can be accomplished for free. If you must, book ahead of time if you plan to attend a book-only event, or ride a train to visit a nearby town or city. Limited options. Without planning, you may find that your options for transportation, accommodation, and activities are limited. This can result in you having to settle for less desirable options. For example, you may plan to watch the Grand Slam tennis tournament in Paris. Major events like Grand Slam tennis tournaments require advanced bookings, at least 2 months ahead. If booked at the last minute, you will end up going for general admission, which is not what you desire to do. Avoid these undesirable things, if you must. Check the website of the event you plan to attend often. Most of the time they will announce on their website the date and time they will accept bookings. Increased stress. Without a plan, you may find yourself scrambling to make arrangements and figure out what to do, which can lead to increased stress and anxiety. Missed opportunities. Without planning, you may miss out on opportunities to experience the best that a destination has to offer, such as popular tourist attractions or local festivals. In the previous example, by not planning ahead to book the Grand Slam tennis event, you miss being able to watch your favorite players play on court. Difficulty navigating. Without a plan, it can be difficult to navigate a new destination, which can lead to getting lost or missing important landmarks or events. Make a list of landmark destinations you like to visit. Use Google Map to view the location on the map. Familiarize yourself with the streets, nearby shops, restaurants, etc. in Google Map. By doing this, you get an idea of the location, how it looks like on photos. The photos are mostly updated, so you have the opportunity to have a virtual tour of the place. Overall, planning ahead can help you make the most of your travel experience, while lack of planning can lead to increased costs, limited options, increased stress, missed opportunities, and difficulty navigating. You might ask, how do I get started if I have limited resources? Such as money. No doubt, traveling can be an expensive activity. Sometimes, you might think if it is worth going to Maldives you've been dreaming for a long time. Does travel experience outweighs all the money that you spend? First, let's discuss several ways to travel around the world for free or at a very low cost. 1. House sitting. You can offer to take care of someone's home and pets, while they are away in exchange for free accommodation. Websites like TrustedHouseSitters.com and MindMyHouse.com can help you find house-sitting opportunities around the world. According to their website, we're Trusted House Sitters, a global pet-loving community on a mission to create a world where pets enjoy their pet parents' vacations, just as much as they do. 2. Work exchange. Websites like Workaway.info and HelpX.net connect travelers with hosts who need help with tasks like farming, cooking, or teaching in exchange for free accommodation and sometimes meals. According to HelpX.net, HelpX is provided primarily as a cultural exchange for working holiday makers, who would like the opportunity during their travels abroad, to stay with local people and gain practical experience. In the typical arrangement, the helper works an average of 4 hours per day and receives free accommodation and meals for their efforts. 3. Teaching English abroad. Many countries around the world are in need of English teachers, and will provide free accommodation, and sometimes, a stipend in exchange for teaching. Here are some popular websites for finding teaching jobs abroad. TEFL.com. Dave's ESL Cafe. English First. Go Overseas. Teach Away. Keep in mind these are just a few options. Do research and compare different websites to find the best fit for you. 4. Couchsurfing. This website allows you to stay with locals for free, and it's a great way to save on accommodation costs, while also getting to know the local culture. According to their website, Couchsurfing is a service that connects members to a global community of travelers, Find a place to stay or share your home and hometown with travelers. Do research on the website to find out if it fits you or not. 5. Volunteer abroad. Many organizations offer volunteer opportunities abroad, in exchange for free accommodation and sometimes a stipend. Here are some websites for volunteering abroad. GoAbroad.com, VolunteerForever.com, Idealist.org, WorldPackers.com, ProjectsAbroad.org, gvi.co.uk, GlobalVolunteers.org, CrossCulturalSolutions.org, Habitat.org/volunteer, WorldwiseGlobalSchools.ie. Keep in mind these are just a few options. Do research and compare different websites to find the best fit for you. 6. Participate in a travel study program. Some universities offer travel study programs that allow students to earn credit while traveling abroad. For example, Nordic nations Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden all offer opportunities to study free or at low cost. In Norway, university study is available free of charge to all students, regardless of study level or nationality. 7. Work on a cruise ship. Many cruise ships hire staff and crew members, and this can be a way to see the world while also earning money. Here are some websites to find cruise ship jobs online. cruiseshipjob.com, workoncruiseships.com, cruisejobs.com, carnival.com/careers, royalcaribbean.com/careers, ncl.com/careers, celebritycruises.com/careers, princess.com/careers, hollandamerica.com/careers, costa.com/careers/work with us. You can apply directly to a cruise line on their website or to their official hiring partners throughout the world. You can apply through a concessionaire, a company contracted to operate spa, retail, photography or entertainment on the ship. You can apply online via a dedicated job board such as All Cruise Jobs, Indeed, Glassdoor, etc. to find available positions on cruise ships. 8. Travel hacking. This involves using credit card rewards and loyalty programs to earn free flights, hotel stays, and other travel perks. 9. Participate in a competition or contest. Some companies and organizations hold contests and giveaways that include a free trip as a prize. It's worth noting that while these options can help you travel for free or at a low cost, they usually require some level of commitment and planning, and may not be suitable for everyone. Okay, traveling for free or at a very low cost may not sound realistic to you. For example, if you live in Canada or the US, and you dream of traveling to Europe and explore different cities, there are ways that you can do to make your dream achievable. First and foremost, it is important to know how long the duration you will be traveling. Is it 10 days? 1 month? Second, make a list of all the places, landmarks, and activities you would like to visit and experience within that travel duration. Third, set your travel dates. To get the most optimal deals, travel dates should be at least 2 to 3 months in the future. Lastly, start estimating the costs of your travel. The estimated totals costs may include, but not all, plane tickets, accommodations, ticketed events, food, shopping, public transportation, travel insurance, car rental, visa application fees. Depending on your travel destination, the most expensive portion of travel costs is usually plane ticket. To get an idea on how much you will spend on plane ticket, go to Google Flights to compare prices. Enter your origin and destination cities, departure and return dates, then press Done. Listing of departing flights with prices show up on your screen. Pick a middle price as your estimate cost. To get an idea on how much you will spend on accommodation, there are so many accommodation websites. For example, if I am traveling to Europe, I go to booking.com to check prices. Hotel prices are higher compared to hostel and shared room accommodations. Make your estimated costs based on your desired type of accommodation. I will go into more details on a few things to make your dream travel come true. If you don't have enough savings to travel, here are a few things to consider. 1. Save money. Now that you know the estimated travel costs, but you realize that you don't have enough savings to cover the travel costs, start by creating a budget and cutting back on unnecessary expenses. Set a goal for how much money you want to save every week, or every month, and stick to it. You can also find ways to make extra money, like freelancing, selling items you no longer need, or taking on a part-time job. 2. Look for deals and discounts on flights. You can sign up for airlines' email newsletters and follow them on social media to stay informed about sales and discounts. There are several websites where you can find cheap plane tickets. These include Kayak. This website allows you to compare prices from different airlines and travel agencies, and also has a feature that alerts you when prices for a specific flight change. Expedia. This travel booking website allows you to compare prices for flights, hotels, and rental cars. Skyscanner. This website allows you to compare prices from different airlines and travel agencies, and also has a feature that allows you to search for the cheapest flights by month. Cheap.air. This travel booking website specializes in discounted airfare. Orbitz. This travel booking website allows you to compare prices for flights, hotels, and rental cars. Travelocity. This travel booking website allows you to compare prices for flights, hotels, and rental cars as well. Priceline. This website offers the option to bid on flights and hotels. It also allows you to compare prices for flights, hotels, and rental cars. Google Flights. This website allows you to search and compare prices from multiple airlines at once. You can also set price alerts for specific flights and destinations. It's worth noting that prices can vary depending on the time of booking and day of travel, so it's always a good idea to check multiple websites and compare prices. How advanced should you book your plane ticket to get a good deal? The optimal time to book a flight can vary depending on a number of factors, such as the destination, the airline, and the time of year. However, as a general rule, booking your flight well in advance can help you get the best price. According to some studies, the best time to book a domestic flight is around 60 days in advance, while the best time to book an international flight is around 90 days in advance. However, prices can change constantly, so it's worth checking prices regularly, even if you've already booked a flight. It's also worth noting that booking during the shoulder seasons, spring and fall, can also yield cheaper prices, as well as being flexible with your travel dates, as prices can vary depending on the day of the week. Why are plane tickets cheaper during shoulder seasons of spring and fall? Plane tickets are typically cheaper during this time of the year for a few reasons. Lower demand. During these seasons, there is typically less demand for travel, compared to the peak summer and holiday travel seasons. With less demand, airlines may offer lower prices to fill seats. Fewer tourists. Spring and fall are also the seasons when there are fewer tourists, which results in less competition for the available seats on flights. Weather conditions. Some destinations are more favorable to visit during these seasons, as the weather is milder and more pleasant, and also, the natural beauty of some places is more visible. Business travel. Business travel also tends to decrease during these seasons as well, which can also contribute to lower prices. It's worth noting that prices can vary depending on the destination and the airline, so it's always a good idea to check prices frequently and compare prices from different airlines. Is there a best day or time to find cheap plane tickets? There is no guaranteed best day or time to find cheap plane tickets, but there are certain factors that can affect ticket prices. In general, prices tend to be lower during the weekdays, and on certain times of the day, early morning flights and late night flights tend to be cheaper. The cheapest days to fly are typically Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Also, booking well in advance, or at the last minute, can sometimes result in cheaper prices, as airlines may offer discounts to fill seats. Additionally, prices can fluctuate depending on the season, with flights being more expensive during peak travel periods such as summer and holidays. It's also worth noting that prices can vary depending on the route, airline, and competition on that route. A good idea is to be flexible with your travel dates and destinations, and to check prices frequently as they can change frequently. Are budget airlines worth it, compared to traditional carrier? Whether budget airlines are worth it, compared to traditional carriers, depends on the individual traveler's priorities and needs. If you are looking for low fares and flexible booking options, budget airlines can be a great choice. However, it's important to consider the potential hidden fees, limited legroom, and in-flight amenities, and potential for flight delays or cancellations when evaluating the value of budget airlines. Traditional carriers generally provide more in-flight amenities, a higher level of customer service, and a more consistent flight experience. But the cost of flights is typically higher. Ultimately, the choice between a budget airline and a traditional carrier will depend on factors such as cost, flight route, personal preferences, and travel plans. It's advisable to consider all of these factors and weigh the pros and cons before making a decision. Let's go over the advantages of using a budget airline. Budget airlines offer cheaper flights compared to traditional carriers, making air travel more affordable for budget-conscious travelers. More destinations. Budget airlines often operate flights to smaller airports and secondary cities, expanding travel options for passengers. Convenient booking and payment options. Many budget airlines offer online booking and payment options, making it easier for travelers to plan and book their trips. Less baggage restrictions. Budget airlines often have fewer baggage restrictions, allowing passengers to carry more items without incurring additional charges. No-frills approach. Budget airlines operate with a no-frills approach, providing just the bare essentials and charging extra for any additional services, such as food, drinks, and seat selection. Flexibility. Budget airlines often offer more flexible booking policies, such as cancellations and changes with minimal fees, making it easier for travelers to adapt to last-minute changes. Let's go over the disadvantages of using a budget airline. Budget airlines often have a number of additional fees, such as charges for baggage, seat selection, and in-flight refreshments, which can add up quickly and make the overall cost of travel more expensive. Limited leg room. Budget airlines often have limited leg room and cramped seating, making the flight less comfortable for travelers. Fewer in-flight amenities. Budget airlines typically provide fewer in-flight amenities, such as entertainment options and free food and drinks, making for a less enjoyable flight experience. Delays and cancellations. Budget airlines may have more flight delays and cancellations than traditional carriers, due to their cost-cutting measures and more streamlined operations. Limited customer service. Budget airlines may offer limited customer service, with fewer options for flight changes or cancellations, making it more difficult for travelers to resolve any issues that may arise. Less reliability. Budget airlines may have a less consistent track record of on-time arrivals and departures, making it more difficult for travelers to plan their trips effectively. Here are some of the popular budget airlines in the United States and Canada. In the United States, Spirit Airlines. This airline flies to destinations in the Caribbean, Mexico, Central America, and South America. Frontier Airlines. Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines flies to destinations in the Caribbean, Mexico, and Central America as well. Allegiant Air. In Canada, Flair Airlines. Swoop. Swoop flies to destinations in the Caribbean, Mexico, and Central America. Porter Airlines. WestJet. WestJet flies to destinations in Europe, the Caribbean, Mexico, and Central America as well. In my personal travel experiences, I flew within Canada via Flair and WestJet. I also flew via WestJet in a few international cities, such as New York, Paris, and Amsterdam. Here are some popular budget airlines operating in Europe. Ryanair. Based in Ireland, Ryanair flies to destinations across Europe and Morocco. EasyJet. Based in the UK, EasyJet flies to destinations across Europe, as well as to North Africa and Israel. Wizz Air. Based in Hungary, Wizz Air flies to destinations across Europe, as well as to Israel, Georgia, and Egypt. Vueling. Based in Spain, Vueling flies to destinations across Europe, as well as to North Africa and the Middle East. Norwegian Air. Based in Norway, Norwegian Air flies to destinations across Europe, as well as to the United States, Thailand, and Argentina. Eurowings. Based in Germany, Eurowings flies to destinations across Europe, as well as to destinations in Asia and Africa. Pegasus. Based in Turkey, Pegasus flies to destinations across Europe, as well as to destinations in Asia and Africa. In my travels within Europe, I flew via Ryanair, EasyJet, Vueling, Pegasus, and Air Europa. Here are some of the budget airlines based in Asia and the Middle East. AirAsia. Based in Malaysia, this airline flies to destinations in Southeast Asia, South Asia, East Asia, and Australia. Indigo. Based in India, this airline flies to destinations in India and the Middle East. Cebu Pacific. Based in the Philippines, this airline flies to destinations in Southeast Asia, East Asia, and Australia. Lion Air. Based in Indonesia, this airline flies to destinations in Southeast Asia, South Asia, and Australia. Vietjet. Based in Vietnam, this airline flies to destinations in Southeast Asia, South Asia, and East Asia. Fly Dubai. Based in the United Arab Emirates, this airline flies to destinations in the Middle East, North Africa, and South Asia. Air Arabia. Based in the United Arab Emirates, this airline flies to destinations in the Middle East, North Africa, South Asia, and Europe. In my travels to Asia and the Middle East, I flew via AirAsia, Cebu Pacific, Lion Air and Fly Dubai. Note that the destinations served by these budget airlines, and the frequency of flights may vary, and it's always best to check their websites for the most up-to-date information. How about traditional carriers or major airlines? Most transatlantic and trans-Pacific flights are operated by traditional carriers or major airlines. I advise you to fly via a traditional carrier or major airline, as there are advantages. Note that the airlines considered as traditional or major can vary based on the region, size of the airline, local market condition, and other factors. There are several advantages of flying with major airlines. 1. Network. Major airlines operate extensive networks, which allow for more flight options and convenient connecting flights to destinations all over the world. 2. Reliability. Major airlines generally have a strong reputation for safety and reliability, with established processes and protocols to ensure smooth flights. 3. Comfort. Many major airlines offer a range of seating options, including premium cabins with extra leg room and comfort, as well as in-flight entertainment and dining options. 4. Miles rewards programs. Major airlines often have extensive loyalty programs, allowing customers to earn miles or points with each flight, which can be redeemed for upgrades, flights, and other rewards. 5. Global recognition. Major airlines are well known and respected globally, which can offer peace of mind and added convenience when traveling abroad. 6. Customer support. Major airlines typically have large customer support teams available 24/7 to assist with any issues or questions that may arise before, during, and after a flight. Here are some of the traditional carriers or major airlines that operate internationally. Air France, British Airways, Lufthansa, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, Qantas, Japan Airlines, Cathay Pacific, Singapore Airlines, Emirates, Air Canada, American Airlines, Delta Airlines, United Airlines, Southwest Airlines, China Southern Airlines. It's always best to check their websites for the most up-to-date information. Many airlines operate on code shares. A codeshare flight is an arrangement between two or more airlines to sell seats on each other's flights under their own airline designator and flight number as part of their published schedules. This allows airlines to offer more destinations to their customers without actually operating the flights themselves. Some examples of codeshare partnerships include American Airlines and Qantas, Delta Air Lines and Air France KLM, United Airlines and Lufthansa, Emirates and Qantas, Cathay Pacific and British Airways. You as a passenger of the airline is usually unaware of the underlying airline operating the flight, and book the flight under the marketing airline's branding. You can determine if you are on a codeshare flight by checking the flight information on your ticket or itinerary. It will usually show the flight number and airline operating the flight, which may be different from the airline you booked the ticket with. For example, if you booked a flight with American Airlines, but the flight information lists the operating airline as Qantas, then you are on a codeshare flight. You can also check with the airline you booked with for more information. Thank you for watching part 1 of this video series. Please don't forget to subscribe, press the like button, and press the notification bell for upcoming videos.